Good afternoon. I'm Neal Parks, your host for Paranormally Speaking. Today I have a special guest who is going to pop in and talk to us a little bit about what it's like to be an 8-year-old in the United States of America, what it's like to believe in the possibility of UFOs, and his own ghostly encounters, plus the work his mother has done with the Moonlight Writing Fanfare website.
I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to talk about that.
We're not talking about that, though.
Okay.
And we're on camera, so I need you to be quiet right now. Okay. So, without further ado, here is my nephew, Stevie Parke. Go ahead and have a seat, my friend. Sorry I don't have an applause track or a live studio audience.
It's okay.
Alright, so tell us a little bit about your shirt.
It's Superman, and he saves people. He came from another planet, and his weakness is kryptonite. And also, his planet got hit, and his parents let him go in a rocket when he was a baby. Now he's down to Earth saving people.
Okay.
He's a superhero.
And do you remember his birth name from Krypton, his home planet?
No.
It's Kal-El.
Kal-El?
And his father is Jor-El.
Jor-El?
Yeah. And how does he get his strength by being here on our Earth? Yeah, our sun is what makes him stronger.
Our sun?
Yeah, the actual sun is what makes him stronger.
Ask me a question I don't know the answer to.
Well, you didn't know the answer to that one, did you?
No.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about your work with the Leader in Me.
I'm teaching adults that if somebody gets in a problem, they can stop it by viewing. If you're a child and you win a toy, you can use the second one.
Think when? Or is it think with the end in mind?
Think with the end in mind.
Okay. Yeah, I did that backwards, didn't I?
Yeah.
And aren't you going from college class to college class actually talking to college students about this Leader in Me program?
Yes.
And it's from Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, right?
Yes. Yeah, but there's an 8th one.
Oh, there's an 8th one. Well, isn't that only for first graders?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a 2nd grader now, so.
Yeah, but it's called Use Your Voice.
Use your voice. Okay. And do you use your voice a lot?
Yes.
Obviously you do. I need you to speak up a little bit, though.
Okay.
Because usually you're very loud. And
Okay.
I'm having a hard time hearing you myself.
Okay.
A little too much.
Okay.
Have you been a good boy all year?
Yes.
What is it that you want the most?
An AT walker that is $100, and it shoots out a speeder bike. You can put 20 clones in it.
You can put 20 clones in that?
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing holds 20 clones.
How big is it? It's that big? Okay.
Yeah, but smaller.
Is it this tall? So it's a very tall AT walker.
Yeah, and guess what?
What?
You can open it up, and you can put 6 clone figures in the middle of it.
All right.
And they can go down like this, zip line, down to the ground for a ground assault. And they can also, where the head of the AT walker, the top pops up, you can put a figure to drive it, and you can put a figure in the background.
That's amazing.
Behind them.
Now, in my day, the AT walker only held 5 stormtroopers.
This one holds 20.
20 clone troopers, though.
Actually, if you have stormtroopers, it holds stormtroopers also.
Now, is this the AT walker from the planet Hoth that's featured in The Empire Strikes Back? Because you're saying clone troopers. Is it for stormtroopers or the clone troopers? Because clone troopers are the first series of 1, 2, and 3. Stormtroopers, okay.
But if you want to put clone troopers in it, they're practically the same thing.
Yeah, practically.
Yeah,
you're right about that.
They're kind of the same thing because the ones who attacked in the AT walkers are the same people who rode on the small AT walkers in the Clone Wars.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know those things that have the 2 legs bounce with the people on there?
Yeah, the ATSTs.
That's the original AT walker. They made it a lot bigger.
A lot bigger, sounds like it.
Yeah.
So what do you like most about Christmas?
Being with my family.
your family.
Yes, and celebrating Jesus' birthday.
Well, that's very important too, first and foremost. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
I would say, Home Alone.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. We let you stay up late last night with my son, with your cousin Luke, to watch Home Alone 2 till like 10:30 at night last night.
Yeah, I've been up to 10:30 at night.
I know you're playing that Wizards 101 thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you still into that?
Yeah, but I don't play it as often.
That's
because
too
I'm
bad.
into Pioneer Trail.
Oh, Pioneer Trail is
It's
cool
on
too.
Facebook.
Okay, I'll have to check that out sometime.
You're a pioneer,
Mm-hmm.
and you can do whatever you want. It's pretty cool.
You can hunt bear, and you can...
No, you don't have bear.
Oh, you don't have bear?
If they come onto your screen, it comes up as a punching bag, and all of a sudden you click, your character goes over, and this little bar comes up and saying clearing, and you hear it going, ah! and then your thing comes up, and you see the bear like this.
Oh, that's funny.
You're scaring.
He kind of puts his big meaty paws over his face like that.
And there are tears going from his head.
Oh, man. Well, he probably is afraid that you're going to skin him and wear him as a coat.
Yeah.
It might be. I've actually seen in some homes of hunters a fully stuffed and mounted bear, like in the attack mode, or like the entire bearskin rug on the floor where they skin the entire bear but kept the head. It's really neat.
Man.
Yeah. Let me ask you a sort of a social studies question, something that's a current event that has gone on in the world right now. You're familiar with the country North Korea, right? You've been there before? You don't vacation in North Korea?
No.
You might be able to now. Due to the recent passing of Kim Jong-il, the psychotic warlord of North Korea, do you feel that perhaps tensions between our nation and theirs will lighten, or do you feel that they are still a nuclear threat?
I love Dragon Ball Z Kai, and in Dragon Ball Z Kai, when you get punched once, it shows black, but when you get punched 6 times, it shows red.
Oh. Oh, yeah, my thoughts exactly. I do think that he probably still poses a nuclear threat too, definitely. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Have you ever seen one?
I've heard one. Can I tell you my experience?
Yeah, tell me.
I was in Mimmer's room, and we're in our Mimmer's house right now. I was in Mimmer's bedroom. When I was littler, I closed my eyes and I heard something say my name, Steven.
Did it sound angry or kind of like it was wanting you to go to sleep?
I was going to sleep. It
Okay.
sounded like my Mimmer King who died here.
Oh yeah, she did die in this house, that's right. I forgot about that. That was sad too. She was a great lady, good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about UFO sightings that have been popping up lately? There's been a rash of UFO sightings. One in particular was in Texas. There have been several crafts that have been transported through different parts of the United States.
There has, actually.
In Peebles, Ohio, right down the street, 3 days ago, they transported some kind of a weird stealth-looking craft that was small, looks like one man could fit in it, and it was all covered and shrouded in like some kind of white wrapping.
Can I tell you what I think of that aliens?
Yeah.
I think they're little green people who have blasters, and I know what they're doing to those cows that they're taking.
What are they doing to the cows?
They're ripping them open and trying to see what the human body inside looks like.
Oh, so without cutting us up, they're cutting cows up to see what they look like inside.
They're cutting them in half. Then when they're done, they drop them back where they took them.
Well, I'd rather them cut up a bunch of cows than I would a bunch of people, I guess.
Sometimes they do that to people.
That's true. Yeah, they have inserted things in people, like implant chips and tracers, fake memories, Men in Black popping up and telling you didn't see anything, things like that, of course. Do you like my books that I write?
I bought one from you. My mom loved it.
Oh, good. Did you get scared when you had her read it to you, or did you read it yourself?
She read it. I didn't even hear it.
Oh, you didn't even hear it?
She read it while I was in bed, so
I see.
I bought it from you when you were selling them.
Yeah, I remember when you came to my book signing. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, my mommy didn't want me to, but I was just trying to be nice, so I bought one of your books.
Oh, well, I'm glad you did. Yeah, I mean, it's probably, she's like, well, he tells the same stories. Why would we buy a book that has the stories he tells us for free? I get that. Tell me about the books and the stories your mother writes. She's also a very good writer.
I can't tell you about it.
Oh, okay.
Mommy doesn't want me to tell you much, but I'll tell you this. Something happens to the human in the first book that she's making about the Titanic. And you better read the second book, because the second book includes what happens at the end of the first book.
Okay, I'll be sure to read both of those in that series.
She's making a third one, but it's about my character, Steven.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's making a character about you.
Yeah,
She was
it's
telling
about
me about
it's about my life. Why don't you tell them what? Oh, wait, maybe you shouldn't, because they'll steal my mom's idea.
Yeah, I don't want to give that information out.
Okay.
We could just say that she turns you into a labradoodle. How's that? You become a labradoodle in that book, right? You have the ability to fly, and you can turn into a giant snail. Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Okay, I understand. Could you tell me, this is a very serious question as well, considering what's going on in the state of the world today. What defines a bully?
You could, defining a bully,
Has anyone ever been a bully to you, or mean to you, or rude to you?
Yes.
That's your age, or older, a little bit older?
One of my best friends, actually.
Oh, is that Jerkface McGee?
Yes.
Oh, I hate to hear that. Are you still going to be friends with him, or move on and find better people to
We
hang out
weren't
with?
even friends at all.
Oh, you're not anymore?
We weren't even friends in the first place.
Okay, that's probably for the best.
I didn't want to become like him, so I didn't make friends with Jerkface McGee.
That's good. Look to the audience right now and tell them why you should avoid bullies, how you can do it.
Because you can tell a teacher, but if you can't, Daddy told me this, you should fight back. If you can't get to a teacher, fight back.
If it comes to that, if they're pushing themselves onto you physically, then yeah, you have that right.
Daddy already taught me something. If I'm pinned against something and they're punching me in the face, go under and go under and right up in the tutu.
You can also push your thumbs directly into their eye sockets.
Daddy just wants you to go under and punch them.
And you can also take the balls of your hand right here and go right between their ears. Like that hurts too.
Will that take them down?
Yeah,
those things.
That could probably cause them to like have blood. Never mind. Just go for what your dad said.
Okay.
Definitely the safest.
And then guess what?
Or you could fake a heart attack.
No, then I'll just punch him in the tutu. Then guess what?
And then fake a heart attack?
No.
Okay.
Then,
where are your shoes, by the way? You're not wearing shoes.
In there.
Who let you into my studio audience with no shoes?
I'll go get them all.
I'm joking. You don't have to put your shoes on. You're comfortable here on Paranormally Speaking. So this is basically wrap up before Christmas. I'm glad you came on the show today. You had a lot to offer. You're very busy in the world of higher education, academia, as far as going from college, classroom to classroom, talking about the 7 habits of highly effective people. Sometimes 8 habits if you're in the 1st grade. You're doing a really great job with that.
Thank you.
You yourself have you've been on YouTube and Vimeo, and you've been featured in the newspaper and on local news outlets for your work within this, and you're bringing a lot of insight to the minds of young college students. As an 8-year-old boy, that's quite an accomplishment.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So you want to go play video games now?
Yes.
Okay, you go ahead. Get off my stage. You can go play video games
I'll
now.
fix this.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Really nice wingback chairs, aren't they? All right. Well, you have a good day. Thanks for being on the show, buddy.
You're welcome.
All right. Good night. That's all we have to offer today for Paranormally Speaking. Glad you wasted 20 minutes of your time. Be sure to buy my books.